What was that?
Pat.
It sounded like a foghorn.
Started on the trail. Hay fever. Not that he'll admit it. Hey, watch this. I learned this trick on the trail.
Do you know any other tricks with that feather?
How's a person supposed to sleep through all this racket?
This cabin isn't big enough for the three of us.
Richmond P. Hobson Jr., Panhandle Phillips, and Gloria McIntosh Hobson were real people. And for a short period of time, in the wilderness halfway between Vancouver and the Yukon, they worked to carve out the largest cattle ranch in the world. That part is true.
Sun is shining, birds are singing, air is sweet.
You're awfully chipper.
Wow, it's amazing what a good night's sleep can do.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Somebody's moose impressions kept me up half the night.
Now, you better keep that to yourself, partner. Women hate to hear that they snore. Now, what do you scrounge around this old shack for? We don't need any timber.
I'm not after the timber. I want to rebuild it.
That's not a bad location for a still.
Still's not what I had in mind.
Well, a storage shed then?
Nope, a guest house.
There's just one problem with guest houses, Rich. They encourage guests.
That they do.
Yeah, you start getting riffraff showing up from the city. Before you know it, could be find yourself running a dude ranch.
That's a point.
Finally, a letter from Ed. You'd think he'd find time to write us before now.
Where is he? What's he doing? Has he seen any Germans yet?
How's about you let me open it and then we can find out? Dear Kit, he said my name first, and Tommy, and Mr. Phillips, and Mr. and Mrs. Hobson, and anyone else who happens to be there.
Yeah, what does he say?
We've been in basic training for 4 weeks now.
I can't tell you where, because it's top secret. They're toughening us out before they ship us out. It should be any day now. If we have to roll over the Nazis like bowling pins, we'll be ready. There's a push to get us out, because word is the German U-boats are sinking every second ship in the Atlantic. I can't wait to get where the action is. Say hello to everyone there.
Best wishes, your brother Ed. This was written 2 months ago. Guess he's already shipped out.
He's probably right in the thick of it. Blasting Nazi pigs out of the water as we speak. Something wrong?
Expecting anyone? Oh. So a guest house without any guests.
Well, so.
You want a romantic getaway. Yeah, someplace to snuggle up with the missus. Well, you know, it's a bit hard to get romantic at 20 below with no fireplace and a 200-yard snowshoe to the outhouse.
Oh, Gloria and I are perfectly happy in the main house.
Well, then I can't think who else would be foolish enough to give up comfort and convenience for this godforsaken pile of timber just so you two can get some privacy. And anyone who thinks they could get a fella to do so would have to be lame-brained or just plumb crazy.
Kid Kroger working in the kitchen. Where's my camera?
Stow it, Tommy.
Gonna melt the furniture. What you making?
Oatmeal cookies for Ed. They're his favorite.
You put that much flour in, he'll be able to use them for bullets. Oh, now it's too mushy.
Leave me be, Tommy.
Here, let me help. It'll be okay, kid.
I know that. Don't you think I know that?
You're a mess. Let me get you an apron.
I don't need an apron.
Don't be silly. I'll save you a wash up in the river.
Leave me alone, Tommy.
I brought lunch. And nails.
I'll take the lunch. Thank you.
You noticed anything odd about Kit and Tommy lately?
No? Why?
Well, it sure is good seeing you two putting your energies into something practical. Building a house no one's going to sleep in.
Take my chances, thank you.
That is, unless you're expecting old Brother Willie himself to show up.
Who's Brother Willie?
You haven't told her? Oh, probably best.
What?
What you don't know can't hurt you.
Rich?
Willie was a trapper. This was his shack.
A hermit. Story goes he was a wealthy oil tycoon down Texas way whose lovely wife, the light of his life, ran off with a tool push.
He was a milkman from Moose Jaw. He needed a change.
After that, he came up here and built this place about 40 years back. Built it, lived in it, died in it.
How did he die?
In his sleep, of old age.
Violently. Only thing we know for sure is, after his death, strange things started happening. Old Bug-Eye Parkin swears to this day that a ghostly presence pushed him right out of the cabin.
It was his conscience pushing him. He was looting the place.
Oh.
Anyway, after old Willie died, the cabin fell down and, nobody ever saw Willie again. Funny you two are so keen on putting it back up again.
You're trying to scare us off with a ghost story? Is that the best you can do?
I don't believe in those stories.
You can do?
I don't believe in those stories.
I don't know if I do or if I don't. But if you two want to take your chances, don't say you haven't been warned.
Kid?
Get out of my way, Tommy.
About what happened in there?
Where?
In the kitchen when you know?
No, I don't know.
When you kissed me.
I didn't kiss you.
Oh, come on.
You kissed me.
Did not?
I did too.
How on earth did you come by an extra window?
Nelson got it in trade from Bert and Bill. They're quitting the carpentry business.
Perfect.
What do you think?
Nice. I wouldn't sleep here.
Why not?
Spirits.
Oh, did Pan put you up to this?
I hadn't seen a ghost myself till about 5 years ago.
You saw a ghost?
About a month after my Aunt Betty died. Woke up one morning and there she was, hovering above the bed. And I said, "Hi, Auntie." And she said, 2 pounds of salt. She wanted to make sure I cured the moose meat right before she crossed over to the other side.
Might have been a dream.
No, it makes sense. Her Aunt Betty had unfinished business. That's what ghosts are. Spirits of people who haven't wrapped things up yet on Earth.
Don't tell me that you believe.
If you live in this world long enough, you see lots of things with no rational explanation.
Like the Moccasin Telegraph. Something happens out here, whole country knows about it within days.
It's called gossip.
Well, I believe in ghosts, too. I don't believe in Pan's ghost, but I believe in ghosts. Ow!
Careful. You've upset Brother Willie.
Stop.
What are you doing, kid?
Oh, I was just going to clean out the stalls.
With your bedroll?
I'm moving into the barn.
You can't stay here. It's dirty.
I'll sweep it.
It's full of mice.
They don't bother me.
Kit, you're not sleeping in the barn, and that's final.
Well, I can't stay in the bunkhouse either. So,
What is this about?
nothing.
Is it Tommy? What happened? Did he do something, Kit?
It was just a kiss. Oh, please don't tell anyone.
I'm sorry, Kit. We have to deal with this.
You figure furniture's gonna be to a ghost.
Tommy got fresh with Kit.
What? How fresh?
He kissed her.
I'll be right back.
Now, where are you going?
Kill Tommy.
No, if you do that, who's gonna cook for us?
Yeah, you're right. I'll just flog him for a while.
He needs guidance, not punishment.
How about both?
Good talking to should suffice.
I'll explain this to Kit.
And I'll...
Stay right here. I understand why you wanted to move out of the bunkhouse, Kit. And under the circumstances, your instincts were correct.
They were?
Yes. Because the fact is, Kit, Tommy is a boy. Boys are different from girls. Well, of course, you know that. But it's not just the physical differences. Young men tend to get certain impulses and feel compelled to act on them. So it's up to girls. Girls like you, Kit. And girls like me. Or at least like me before I met Rich. Before we got married. It's up to us girls to be the sensible ones. Since the majority of young boys are, sadly, entirely lacking in self-control. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. I think I do.
Good. That's good. I'm really glad we had this little chat. And remember, you did nothing wrong.
Mrs. Hobson. Tommy's not gonna get in trouble for this, is he? I mean, it's just a kiss.
A kiss is never just a kiss.
It was an accident.
Well, I heard it was a kiss. What, your lips just accidentally fell onto hers?
Well, actually, it was more like her lips.
You forced your unwanted attentions on her, Tommy.
I forced. I mean, I didn't. I don't think.
There's no use denying it.
No, sir. No use at all.
Kit's a fine young woman, and she should be treated as such.
Yes, sir.
This can't happen again.
No, sir.
And if it does,
It'll be hidden trail.
pretty much.
So, we got nothing to worry about?
As long as we keep an eye on them.
During the day. But, what about them 8 or 9 hours a night they spend out in the bunkhouse, alone with their thoughts?
Well, we talked to them.
Rich, when you were 16, would a talking to have stopped you?
We could end up with a first-class disaster on our hands.
Or a bundle of joy.
What did you tell them?
Nothing. I swear, Mrs. Hobson just kind of came up with it herself.
And you didn't set her straight?
You kissed me back.
Well, I guess I did, but that's
I ever
not.
tell you about Magruder's thieving dog, Tommy? Hound kept sneaking into the chicken house, stealing their eggs.
What did they do?
They shot him. Only thing they could do. Once he got a taste for chicken. You get my meaning?
Yes, sir.
You're not gonna shoot him, are you?
Start packing.
I thought you said a body'd have to be a fool to sleep in this place.
That was before Mr. and Mrs. Hobson fixed it up so nice. Here you go. Sleep tight.
By myself?
You'll be fine.
But I've never slept by myself before.
Can you keep quiet?
I'm willing to try.
Oh, I bet you are.
Got Kid all settled down. Safe from the pint-sized Valentino. Good night, lovebirds.
It's no good. I can't sleep there.
I thought you said Pam was getting you settled.
I did. What in tarnation happened?
Did Tommy...
No. The cabin is really spooky.
Spooky how?
I don't know. There were just these moaning noises and
That's just
The wind in the trees.
it was cold.
Gloria, could you get her another blanket?
And the floors were creaking.
Loose floorboards. I'll nail them down in the morning.
Can't I just sleep here?
No. You've been nose to nose with a grizzly, and you're afraid of a little noise?
The mind can play amazing tricks.
I'm not making it up.
All right, kid, I'll walk you back.
I am not going back there. You can't make me.
Okay. Wait out on the porch.
This never would have happened if you hadn't planted that ghost story in her head.
Now, hold on. I never told her about Brother Willie.
Well, she must have picked up the story from somewhere.
Or she wants me back with Tommy. In which case, this is your fault.
What?
Where do you think they got their ideas in the first place?
You're not suggesting...
Your ostentatious displays of public affection, that's what.
But we're married.
All the more reason not to be carrying on the way you do. To be carrying on the way you do.
Oh, what about your various carryings on?
I have never set a lax moral standard on the ranch.
No,
Dan's right, Gloria. We've been a bad example.
We have?
These kids need someone to set the proper moral tone, and that's just not us.
I guess you're right.
Oh, about time you saw reason.
Which makes you the best and only choice to chaperone Kit in the bunkhouse tonight. Good night.
You know, Mr. Hobson, I could sleep in the barn.
No, Tommy, this'll be better.
Good night, Mr. Hobson.
Night, Tommy.
I'm beat.
Me too.
Too beat?
Let's just forget it. On the other hand...
Mr. Hobson! That shack. It's haunted. It was dark.
That's what we call night. It helps us sleep.
I couldn't. Tossed and turned. Lantern kept blowing out.
The kerosene must have run out.
The tank was full.
Oh, I know what the problem is. He's got a defective wick.
Fine, you can use our lantern.
Maybe I'll just go sleep in the barn.
That's draftier than the guest house.
Well, I'll sleep under the stars then.
You can't, it's gonna rain. And Kit's in the bunkhouse. So it's either the guest house, or share the cabin with us. You could take Pat's bed.
Fine idea.
Way better than the bunkhouse.
For heaven's sake, Tommy. I knew you weren't a cowboy, but I never took you for a panty waist.
Mr. Phillips.
Have some courage. Face the unknown. Rise to the challenge.
I tried. I couldn't.
You know, maybe someone should go and sleep in that shack to prove that it isn't spooked.
Well, now, there is a good idea. An example is worth 1,000 lectures.
Who better than his boss?
Hey, which boss? We're all equal partners here.
Yeah, but there's only a single bed out there.
Mr. Phillips?
Forget it!
Oh, well, if you're too afraid.
Who's afraid? You two better build a double bunk tomorrow. Start doing trouble, you son of a... Oh!
Well,
Why bother?
You're in my bed.
Right, you betcha.
That's a fine example of courage.
If I am going to share a cabin, I prefer to share it with someone living.
what happened?
Too much rattling and whistling and moaning going on. It's as loud as bunking here, but colder.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're starting to believe your own nonsense.
I'm going to sleep now.
This is getting ridiculous. You can stay in our room.
What?
We're moving to the guest house.
Well, I guess it takes a man of sterner stuff to stay out there with that old ghost.
Nighty-night. Sleep tight. Hope Brother Willie don't bite.
Feel that draft?
No.
Well, it's not a draft, it's more like a chill.
You chinked all the holes.
It's seeping up from the ground.
Come here before you freeze. Maybe if we get a good rest.
I'll feel like spring chickens by morning.
Your feet are like ice.
Yeah, so are yours.
I've got my socks on.
So do I. Stop pushing. I'm on the edge as it is.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know I was.
Draft's back.
So move closer. What are you doing?
Nothing. That must be the noise the kids were talking about.
Loose board.
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't you hook the latch?
You hear that?
What? Rich.
Hey, let me in.
Just open the door.
It's stuck.
All right. All right. It is stuck.
Yeah. All right, let's stand back.
Rich? Did you hear that?
And
Rich? Rich? Oh, are you okay?
how'd you get the door open?
I didn't. You did.
Well, no, I was pushing before, but
You were pushing?
yeah, the door opens in. I was pushing.
Oh, I was pushing too.
Okay, what happened that time?
Breathe.
Gloria, it's dead calm outside.
Rich.
It isn't sticking now.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's it. We aren't sleeping here.
That much is obvious.
No, I mean, we're not staying here. There's smoke, there's fire.
Fine. I'm too tired to argue.
So did old Nelson say what he needed for this?
Tobacco? Some coffee?
For the ghost.
For us. We might have a long wait.
Bring a deck of playing cards and we could call it a party.
Yeah, especially with this.
Oh.
For Brother Willie.
A saint who drinks?
You bet.
Well, he wasn't a saint. He was a monk. And they've been known to imbibe. Well, he wasn't a saint. He was a monk. And they've been known to imbibe.
He wasn't really a monk. They just called him that because he was a bachelor.
Proving his capacity for good judgment.
Which is more than I can say for all of you.
Willie, you home? Spooking is the oldest charade in the book. I can't believe you're going along with this.
Do you know the Vatican has handbooks on exorcisms?
Willie! Willie! You home?
I guess old Nelson doesn't know Latin.
Think of this as the local variation.
With proven success, I'm sure. Along with dousing and palm reading.
It doesn't hurt to let old Nelson try and get Willie out of the cabin.
The only place old Willie exists is in your imagination.
Willie! I'm coming in. Willie! Are you there?
Maybe somebody ought to give him a hand. That door's pretty sticky. Oh, yeah. Old Willie sure did like his whiskey.
It's not whiskey. It's Shorty King's moonshine.
Oh, well, then it's a good thing Willie's dead. That'd kill him for sure. Will you look at that?
A trick with a string.
Now, why would old Nelson rattle his bones all the way out to our ranch to open a door with a piece of string?
You put him up to it?
That must be it.
He's blind. How would he see the string?
I better go check on him.
I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah. You'd just stir him up again. Seems to me he took a distinct aversion to you.
Me? What about you?
Oh, he rattled about some when I was in there, but he pushed you right out the door.
I don't think so. Make another offer.
What?
Brother Willie wants company. Someone has to sleep in the cabin.
I'll do it.
He doesn't want you. He wants Gloria.
Burn it down.
That's easy for you to say. You didn't lift a finger to help build it.
Didn't I warn you? Didn't I tell you the dang thing was haunted?
You don't believe it's haunted. You're just trying to halt the march of progress.
Whose progress?
We can't burn it down. We need a place to put Tommy or Kit. Unless Pan wants to go sleep in the bunkhouse.
Makes it difficult to give orders if the help are too familiar.
I guess we could just build another cabin.
Or I could spend the night in the one we already have.
Thought you didn't believe in the ghost.
I don't. That makes me the perfect choice.
Besides what you asked for.
Wait.
Two grown men spooked by a flickering lamp, a cold draft, and a sticky door. Ooh, don't you two worry. I'll drive out that mean old boogeyman so we can all go Betty Pies.
She trying to make a point?
I don't think you should go.
This is just like a gypsy curse. Can't hurt you unless you believe in it.
Well, guess you're right. Pan pulled my leg right out of its socket this time.
Oh. I'm glad you saw a reason.
Well, it's settled then. There's no need for you to stay in the cabin.
Whoa, I'm still staying in the cabin, Rich.
Why?
Because I need everyone else to see a reason. We have a guest house that nobody will stay in.
You're not wearing that, are you?
Why not?
Well, it's a little scant.
It goes to my ankles.
The cabin's chilly.
I'll be under blankets.
Still.
No one is going to see me. Unless, of course, you count Willie. You're not jealous, are you?
Of course not.
Came to say goodbye. I'll be leaving in the morning.
Why? Where are you going?
Wherever the trail takes me.
What are you talking about?
This ranch isn't big enough for the two of us, kid.
This ranch is huge, Tommy.
That kiss we shared. That kicked down all the fences. And I'm just a Well, a cowpoke.
You're not a lowly cowpoke. You're a lowly cook.
And I don't trust myself to preserve your honor.
You didn't do anything. Tommy, I did.
Man can't blame a woman for being overcome.
I was just really worried about Ed.
You're the weaker sex. You need protection.
Okay, now I'm gonna beam you.
Can you really say you'll never feel the same desire again? Well then, it's impossible. I have to go before we both get fired.
You do that?
Can I ask one thing?
What?
One last kiss goodbye? Yeah. Warmth will keep me going all those cold nights.
Okay.
Better make it quick. I don't want you getting overcome. Hey!
You know what?
Ground shook beneath your feet?
You don't have to go.
Why not?
I didn't feel a thing.
Put a lantern in the window and leave it there so I can see you're safe.
Oh, I'm not afraid of the dark.
Old Nelson says it's important to engage the ghost in conversation.
Oh. Is that all?
That way you can drop the hint that he's, dead. Once he realizes that, then he's free to move on to the next world.
What if he wants to stay and talk some more?
The man lived alone for 20 years, Gloria. I'm sure he's not much of a conversationalist.
It's a chance to make up for lost time.
That's what worries me.
Rich, it's sweet you're worried, but really, what can happen?
I guess if he was so keen on conversation, he could have got plenty of that from Pan.
Maybe he wants intelligent conversation.
No, then he would have picked me.
See you in the morning. Don't wait up. Time alone.
Nice try, Pan Phillips. If the old string on the chair trick would fool me. Oh my. Really? You're not here. Oh.
Full moon tonight. Jumpy.
No, I'm not. I'm just keeping an eye out. The lamp's still burning in the window. I'm sure everything's fine.
Presumably. So far.
What could he do to her? He's a ghost, a spirit. It's not like he's got any parts.
What do you want? Oh, please, sit. We don't stand on ceremony around here. If there's anyone that can hear me, I thought I might just mention... How did you do that? Okay. Just one?
Which parts?
Any parts. Does he?
Not that I've ever heard.
There you go.
Of course, you know. Never heard otherwise.
He's just a lost, pathetic soul looking for human companionship.
Really? This is most impertinent, really. You shouldn't. Oh, oh no. No, not there. It tickles there. Oh. Wait. Oh. My heavens. What am I doing? I'm a married woman, and you're a ghost. Oh my God.
Don't you ever wonder what an ancient old booze hound like that wants with a sprightly young thing like Gloria?
That's sick.
Hey, I didn't invent them.
That what?
What do you call them? Pierce to women when they're sleeping.
Incubus?
Yeah, that's it. They come fully equipped. Don't they?
That's just a myth.
And functional.
Besides, they don't exist in North America. They're European.
Light's gone out.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Willie. It's just that I love my husband more than anything. And it's never easy to have your heart broken. I know that. But why am I telling you this? You waited for that woman to the end of your days. And that's the point. You're dead for 20 years now, and you have to accept that so that you can move on and...
Hands off her, you filthy apparition!
Right, stop it! Willie! All right.
Come on, I'm getting you out of here.
Willie, go!
Now, Gloria!
Willie!
Here!
I guess he crossed over.
And he's taking the cabin with him.
I was wrong.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I'm not sure I heard you clearly.
It was amazing. A spirit from another realm. He was actually there.
Did he actually try anything?
Of course not. Well, maybe I felt sort of a chill.
What?
Right here.
Here?
A little lower.
Well, what if he had tried something?
Rich, please. An old coot like that?
Oh, if he was a young, handsome coot.
Silly question. I don't believe in ghosts.